Hi, everyone. My name is Jordan Horwitz, and I'm going to present case study number 3. I'm going to use a pseudonym for the name, and the name I'm going to use is Jane. So, Jane is an 8-year-old girl who has a formal diagnosis of autism spectrum disorder. She displays a moderately high frequency of echolalia during conversations. The behavior includes the immediate repetition of words or phrases that she hears during conversations. To combat this, we have implemented functional communication training through teaching different verbal operants to build expressive language. First, I'm gonna start off by explaining verbal operants. A verbal operant is any type of verbal behavior which includes a attacked, listener responding, intraverbals, and among other stuff. The echolalia behavior would happen during conversations when she didn't know how to functionally communicate. The function of the behavior was access to peers, so we have begun building interventions to build expressive language. And the intervention that we chose was functional communication training. Um, to build on this, we also included a 3-word manned intervention, tacting intervention, and listener responding interventions such as who, what, where questions. We implemented FCT through natural environment training of both home and center. For example, when she engaged in echolalia during a conversation, the behavior would be placed on extinction and she would be prompted to use functional communication. So next I'll be talking about stimulus class. A stimulus class is a group of stimuli that are similar across one or more characteristics. Echolalia requires functional communication training through verbal operants. Verbal operants are a stimulus class that includes any form of verbal behavior, which include but are not limited to mands, tacts, and listener responding. The echolalia behavior and this intervention fall within the verbal operant stimulus class as they are forms of verbal behavior that achieve the same function. An example of a stimulus class could be a greeting to people. There are many various ways to greet people, which could be hey, hello, or how are you. This is a stimulus class because there are different ways to achieve the same goal. Finally, I'm going to be talking about derived stimulus relations. A derived stimulus relation is when 2 or more stimuli that do not directly relate to each other become indirectly connected. Some of these include reflexivity, transivity, equivalence, and symmetry. During the intervention, we have noticed that she is developing transivity, which is when 2 or more stimuli relate to each other indirectly. So, for example, if 1 equals 2, and 2 equals 3, then she would infer that 1 also equals 3, even though they're not directly related. Jane learned to tact common household items prior to the functional communication training. She learned things such as fridge, TV, couch, and freezer, etc. And when we moved on to functional communication training, she connected that when she tacted an item and then manned for it, she would then receive that item. So the functional communication training is going very well, and we have decided to keep it in place because of the progress that she's shown. Thank you guys. Have a good one.